Hello everyone and welcome to my first original tag video. I know, it's exciting, right? Today is April 25th and that means that season 6 of Game of Thrones airs today, which I'm so excited about. I have just finished A Dance with Dragons Part 2, so I am now caught up on the books, which I'm really happy about because that's been like a 6-month project for me, and now I'm just like, oh, where do I go from here? I do have the first episode of season 6 to watch as soon as I finish filming this video though, so I'm so excited. It actually aired at 2 AM here in the UK, but it's on again at 9 PM tonight on Sky Atlantic if you guys want to catch it then. So I've wanted to do my own original tag for quite some time, and it's obviously Game of Thrones related. I wouldn't just do that introduction for absolutely no reason at all. So I've done a little bit of research, and there are a lot of Game of Thrones tags out there, as you might expect, but apparently not based on the mottos of each of the houses, which was the idea that I had. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just do it, and hopefully people will like it and want to do it themselves. So I'm going to get right on into it, and the question for House Lannister, and their motto is "Hear me roar." The question is a fierce badass, and for me that is Arya Stark. She is a little pocket rocket warrior. She's one of my favourite characters in the A Song of Ice and Fire series. I absolutely love that she has this kind of combination of bag of chips on her shoulder with this awesome, soft, vulnerable side. I think we're all actually a little bit like Arya, but I think she's just kind of more upfront about it. So yeah, I absolutely adore her. I love Maisie Williams' portrayal of her in the TV show, and when I started reading the books I just fell in love with her character even more, so definitely Arya is a fierce badass. The next question for House Stark, which is Winter is Coming, of course, and that is your favourite wintry read, and for me that is My True Love Gave to Me, which is a collection of Christmas stories by 12 YA authors, edited by Stephanie Perkins, who wrote the Anna and the French Kiss series. I absolutely adore this UK hardcover. It's this lovely light blue colour with the Christmas lights and the spray painted pink edges on the pages. I read this a couple of Christmases ago. Obviously enjoyed some stories more than others, but they are all really cute and fluffy and cozy to read on a winter's night. So yeah. The next question is based on the motto of House Targaryen, which is Fire and Blood, and that is a book that you would happily burn or stab. So for me, it is the first book in the Twilight series. I know there are a ton of Twilight fans here on BookTube, and I'm really sorry, but I don't understand how you got past the first book. Stephenie Meyer's writing for me is just, it's so clunky and so clumsy and so irritating, frankly. She uses a lot of repeated phrases. Bella Swan as well is just the kind of character who I just want to smack round the face, to be quite honest with you. And the romance, for me, I didn't believe in it at all. I don't understand how people managed to finish that series, in all honesty. So bravo to you, but yeah, I would happily burn a copy of the entire series. Okay, so the question for House Baratheon, their motto is Ours is the Fury, and that is a book or character who makes you angry. And I'm going for this Anastasia Steele from the 50 Shades of Grey series, because she is supposed to be this intelligent, screwed on woman, young woman, but ultimately mature woman, who willingly signs a contract to be in a relationship with a man. Any relationship where you have to sign something like that, where you have to, I mean, there's a difference between signing a contract and compromise, because compromise is obviously quite important when certainly if you're going to be in a long-term relationship with someone, but that definitely kind of oversteps the mark, I think. And I don't understand, she makes some terrible decisions, she really does, and she makes me really angry and frustrated, and I've only read the first book, so I can only imagine how annoyed I would have got at her if I'd continued with that trilogy. So yeah, Anastasia Steele. The next question is based on the motto of House Tyrell, which is Growing Strong, and that is a book or character that grew on you, and for me that is Sansa Stark in the first book, A Game of Thrones. I wasn't the biggest fan of Sansa when I watched the TV show, but when I started reading Sansa's chapters in the book and I was obviously inside her head, she just became a lot more likable. I understood her a lot more. I felt a lot more sorry for her, and I wanted to help her more than I do when I'm watching the TV show. So Sansa Stark is definitely a character who has grown on me, and now that I'm going to be watching the TV series again, I'm kind of hoping that I will see her in a different light now that I've read book Sansa. So yeah. The next question is based on the motto of House Martell, and that is Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken. And this is actually a question for you guys, and that is, do you guys bend spines when you are reading paperbacks, or do you take huge measures to avoid doing that? So for me, yes, I do. Well, no, I don't bend spines, but I do go to extreme lengths to prevent that from happening. So whenever I have a paperback book with me when I'm out and about in my handbag, I always have the book wrapped in another sort of plastic bag to protect it from kind of getting messed up with my keys and my purse and things that I'm putting in and out of my bag. So yeah, I am very, very, very careful to keep all of my spines on all of my paperbacks intact. I don't like breaking things, especially books. I hate the kind of creases on the spines. I don't really mind if it's already there. If I've got a book second hand, obviously I'll be a little bit less careful, but certainly with my new paperbacks, like you might notice all of the paperbacks on my shelf, even ones I've read, are pretty much like perfect spines because I'm really, really obsessive about that. So yeah, so that is that question. The next question is House Greyjoy, and their motto is "We do not sow." And the question is a character who was born to rule. And for me, that is definitely Kelsey from the Tyrell series. She is, although it's not obvious at the start of the series because she's kind of thrown into being a queen, she's definitely an awesome ruler. She does it fairly. She is very much a human being rather than this kind of person that is put on a pedestal, which a lot of monarchs are, both in real life and in fiction. So yeah, but she is an awesome, fair queen, and she approaches royalty and the monarchy as someone who is not from that. So she's a people's queen, I guess I would say. I would also say that for Daenerys as well, but I feel like this video is already pretty Game of Thrones / A Song of Ice and Fire heavy, so I thought I would put Kelsey in here as my answer, but Daenerys is also a pretty cool answer for that question. The next question is based on the motto of House Tully, and that is family, duty and honour, and that is your favourite fictional family, and that is of course for me the Weasleys. I don't think I need to say any more as to why. They are just an awesome family. I want to be part of the Weasleys. I would definitely do what Harry and Hermione both did and marry into them somewhere. So yeah, definitely the Weasleys are my favourite fictional family. The next question is based on the motto of House Bolton, which is "Our blades are sharp," and that is, what character would you most like to fight? And for me, that is Cersei Lannister, and I'm showing you A Feast for Crows because this is the first time that we get chapters from Cersei's perspective, because she is an ultimately terrible person, but I kind of feel like I could take her, if you know what I mean. She's very clever, she's very scheming, but I would like to take Cersei down, I think. Yeah, even though I like her more in the books, I think she's still fundamentally quite evil. So yeah, Cersei's definitely someone I would like to fight. And the last question is House Arryn, whose motto is as high as honour. It's really hard to say. As high as honour, and that is your favourite book and slash series. Okay, so obviously it's Harry Potter, but as I've already used Harry Potter in this video, I'm going to say Throne of Glass series, which is my second favourite series. So yeah, I've talked about this so many times, I don't think I need to say why it's my favourite series, but it just is. Recommend the Throne of Glass series, again, if you haven't read it. And that is it for my original tag video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As I said, I will leave all of the questions in the description below. I will also leave my social media down below. I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm going to go watch episode 1 of season 6, and I will see you guys very soon for another video. Bye bye.